All right, music fans and truth seekers alike, welcome. Harmless Dave here on the Harmless Dave channel, talking about Ozzy stuff again as we learn some new details about what happened and doing what I do in real time for a few real people just like you and just like me. Um, Before I get into Ozzy, if you want to support this channel, Patreon, YouTube memberships, buy me a coffee, and PJ Rock super chats. All right. So thanks for those who already support. Um, if you could like the videos and maybe subscribe to the channel, that might be good too. So details are emerging about what happened with Ozzy Osbourne as far as how he died. We don't get too specific, but they're going to do an investigation, most likely. Apparently, paramedics spent hours trying to save Ozzy. And so this is being revealed by the Daily Mail. They report an air ambulance was called to Ozzy's mansion on Tuesday morning, just 15 minutes later at 10:30 a.m. The chopper landed in a field near the Osbourne estate. Around 12:30 p.m., the paramedics returned to their base 27 miles away at RAF Benson near Wallingford in South Oxfordshire. We can confirm that our helicopter was dispatched to provide advanced critical care at an incident near Chalfont St. Giles yesterday. Of course, if I'm butchering these names, I apologize. That's according to the Thames Valley Air Ambulance. All right. And this, again, from the Daily Mail. Ozzy's 85-year-old sister, Jean Powell, also spoke to the Mirror about the singer's death and said it was unexpected. He was frail, but it still came as a shock, she said. He still had plans and things he wanted to do. We don't know the details of his death. It's just too early. She says, I'm just sad. I'm thankful he died in England. Huh. That's an interesting thing to say. I mean, the Brits love their country. They totally love their country, and I get it. So Ozzy died Tuesday morning, his family announced in a statement, and they again go into the statement. Of course, he had been diagnosed with Parkinson's, and this was revealed during a TV appearance back in January of 2020. And so that's one of the problems he had, including a nasty fall, dislodging metal rods placed in his spine following a quad bike accident in 2003, as well as catching the dreaded Kellogg's 19 3 years ago. That's what I call it. It forced him to cancel some of his previously announced tours. Do you think Ozzy Osbourne went to CVS? Yeah, I'm pretty sure he probably did. And probably a really bad idea considering all the other health issues he had, because that seemed to exacerbate. People will disagree with me. Don't really care at this stage. Don't care. Don't care. I know I'll get comments. Don't care about him. If you think that this was helpful at this stage, as people keep saying on my comments section, do your homework. This is the new thing. Everyone says, do your homework, do your homework. Okay, you do your homework. You do your homework. I'll do my homework. I did 2 years worth of homework, and this is not a good thing to do. And if you're still doing it, folks, it's on you. You know, I did my part. A few of us did our part, and apparently people just can't put these things together. I'm not saying that's what did Ozzy in. It's weird, though. This concert goes off. It goes off really well, and then a few days later, he's gone. So, I don't know. Maybe someone spiked the lemonade with something. I don't know. I don't know. It just doesn't look good. Even his sister says it's rather unexpected. They weren't expecting him to die. So, and the sister is 85 years old. But, of course, Ozzy was frail. But I thought he did great at the concert. That's what was surprising. I mean, maybe, like I said, he put every ounce of what he had left into that Black Sabbath concert, and that's it. Done. Um, we don't know. We'll probably learn more. Of course, when they do put out a cause of death, um, there are probably some details that will be left out of that, as there have been now in many instances for a very long time. I would say for the last 5 years, but there's certain elements of privacy. We all know that Ozzy did not live a clean life or whatever. No one's expecting him to have died from natural causes at age 105, right? Nobody was expecting that. In fact, a lot of people were like, yeah, that makes sense. Unfortunately, it makes sense. So, obviously, as time goes on, we will learn a little bit more. But Ozzy got quite a tribute, and certainly he still had a lot of people saying he was bigger than Elvis, even though Elvis won my little poll, unofficial poll. Um, Ozzy did really well. And in the age of controversy and social media and shock value, I don't think anybody in the music business tops Ozzy Osbourne, what he did for that side of things. Of course, we just lost Hulk Hogan, so it's just really sad. So thanks for watching, folks. I wish I had better news. I think I better stick to some new topics here, get on some positive things. As I like to say on this channel, without Jesus Christ, we really don't have any hope. All right? We live this life, we do the best we can, and at the end, what's it all mean? It could be completely meaningless. And I would say your only hope is a relationship with Jesus. And that's a simple way of putting it. But it should make you think. People were telling me that Ozzy was religious and Ozzy went to church and Ozzy believed in God. I hope all those things are true. I really do. I can't say there was a lot of evidence in his life that was true, but the thief on the cross, there wasn't a lot of evidence in his life either. So again, our only hope at the end is Jesus. All right? So there you have it. God bless everyone. God bless all the fans and the family of Ozzy and Hulk Hogan and Malcolm Jamal Warner. And now I just learned the guitarist from the band Golden Earring just passed away. He had ALS for a number of years. So not a lot of good stuff out there. And again, this is why Jesus is really important. All right? He's the most important thing, Jesus Christ.